Hi, good morning. This is our first oral test, and we are Indra García, Eimy Aguilera, Melisa Balderas, Emmanuel Hidrogo, and Edson Rodriguez.
Guys, I have a question. Do any of you have any stories about your prom?
No, I don't, because sadly I didn't even had a graduation party because of the COVID and stuff.
Me neither.
Me too. I don't. I really want to have a graduation party.
Yeah, my prom was canceled, so no, I don't have any story.
What about you, Edson?
Oh yeah. I had a graduation. I had a prom in 2018, and it was an exciting day because, well, I'm going to talk about that day because, to be honest, it's one of my favorite days. It's on the top five, and well, I'm talking about my high school graduation because, and why I'm telling you this, well, it's because that day was so different. That day excited me as you have no idea. Uh, I was graduating from Lusac. In that place, luckily, I met amazing people, the best teachers, and it was an excellent age. Many of my best friends were there, and I don't know. That place was magic. And well, how can I explain you that feeling? That day was the ending from something extraordinary. That's why I have to tell you all my history. In the party, I was dancing, perreando, singing songs from Bad Bunny with all my friends, drinking a little bit because I didn't want to get drunk. They, they were my family, and I didn't want to look so bad. And well, and suddenly uh, we were singing songs from Luis Miguel. And well, that day I forgot all my problems from outside. I forgot how the world, and I just focused on having fun. And that day, that was the power of my prom. And I don't know, it's something sad because can you imagine that feeling? I know that you can't because you didn't have prom, and that's why it's so sad, that feeling that you are not going to have a similar day again. You will never see those people again, or maybe for a long time. I don't know. And that day won't repeat it again. That's the reason that we have to take advantage about that situations because it happens just in a once in a lifetime, one opportunity in life. That's my history, guys.
Wow, sounds very funny.
That's a very interesting story, but now I am feeling a little sad.
Me too. You are a bad
So,
person, Edson.
to cheer up a little this sad mood, I will tell you a funny story about me.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
my story is about something that is very embarrassing for me, but I love to tell this. And when I was 9 years old, my mom goes to a normal checkup with the doctor. And the doctor says that he needs to deliver the baby right now because my brother was in danger because he was not getting the oxygen. So we were very amused by this, and we run to the house for the backpack and all those things. And while the doctor enters, my mom into the operating room, the hours passed, and 3 hours passed, and we have no news from the doctor. So I was very, very hungry. And unfortunately, I didn't eat that day because with the hurry, we forgot to grab something. But I was thinking that maybe my brother would born soon, so I couldn't go. But then 2 hours more later, an aunt comes to the hospital and she saw me almost starving in a sofa. So she asked me if I can go for an elote. And I think about it and I say yes. And I go with my grandmother and say to her that I was going to leave for a few minutes. And she says that no, because a nurse came out 2 minutes ago to say that my brother was getting delivered. So in 5 minutes or so, we are going to see him. But I think I'm going to see my brother my whole life, but this is my only chance to go for an elote. So in conclusion, my brother was delivered while I was eating an elote crossing the street.
Oh yeah, that's an amazing story. Was the elote delicious?
Yes, my brother doesn't like this story, but I always tell him that the elote was delicious.
I love to eat elotes.
Well, I have a story related to the hospital, so I'm going to tell you. Well, I'm going to tell you a story of how I hurt my foot before a Taekwondo tournament. I used to practice Taekwondo in high school every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I had to stay late in school for training, you know. And I remember at that time we were preparing ourselves for a ADUL tournament. This is like an association of Taekwondo and stuff. And when you are going to go to an event of this type, you usually practice harder during 2 to 3 months before the event, and then 2 weeks before, you have to slow down to avoid injuries, you know? Well, that day was a Friday, a week before the big day. So we were practicing like normally. Everything was fine. We were doing a practice combat, but without touching, you know, because we had to avoid getting injuries because we couldn't have enough time to recover from it. So I was doing my thing like always, but then something happened. I was trying to do a Furio-chagi or hook kick, but to the face. And in this kick, you have to plant your one of your foot on the ground as a support, and then your foot changes from this to this, you know, like this. It turns, it make a twist. And unfortunately, something gone wrong, and my big toe got stuck. So the rest of my foot turns, but the big toe didn't. So it was like this, you know, this rare angle. So I was so confused because in the moment that I felt that pain, I looked to the ground and I saw this, bro. This isn't normal. So I just move a little bit my foot and it turns and it returns to its place. And I was like, oh, it didn't happen. So I was practicing, and then like 5 minutes later, I couldn't touch the ground without feeling pain, bro. So my mom had to pick me up from school and took me to a hospital. And then there, they told me I had to rest 2 weeks because I had a 1 degree sprain. So I couldn't go to the tournament and I had to use Crocs for like a week. That's my sad story. Yeah.
Yes, very, very sad story.
Her story is very amusing.
As someone that has practiced Taekwondo, I can relate to that story.
Yeah, that's something that happened to me, sadly. Yeah.
Well, you'll never guess that what happened to me. One of my goals of this year is learn to drive. So in the first week of January, I started to go to the driving school. This situation was very challenging for me because I had never driven before, but I really tried. After of a week, surprisingly, I lost my fear and I was excited to start to drive by myself. So I ended the classes and I told to my father that I wanted to go to Chavez for gorditas. And at the time to the tour, I was okay, but suddenly in the return to 5 minutes of my house, I almost collided in a curb. In this moment, I was so frightened. I was scared, but fortunately, I could control the car and nobody results hits. I think about the situation, and if I drive more slowly, I can prevent this circumstance. So if you will drive, please drive slowly, friends.
And did you enjoy the gorditas?
Yeah, the gorditas are really delicious.
I feel very confused about your story
Why?
It was
Me too.
terrible. It was
because
terrible.
I think that the gorditas were pretty good if you drive through Torreon to that place, but you almost got injured. Like, I don't know how to feel about that.
What? The audio is bad. Can you repeat, please?
I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
she said she was very confused because she didn't know if the gorditas are worth it to go from Torreon to Chavez, and then almost get injured.
Yes.
That's very confused, bro.
A happy ending. It was a happy ending.
Yes, a happy ending because never nobody results hits. I'm okay, but I'm not driving right now.
And what about you, Emmanuel? Do you have a story to tell us?
Yes, I am going to tell a story that happened to me. 1 year ago, when I was in high school, very strange thing happening to me. First, when I study at night, I always felt that someone was looking me, and but I tried to not think back things until one day, while I was studying, I was about I was about 2 a.m. and I was alone in my house. I felt something bad and I don't know why. So I want to sleep. While I was sleeping, I suddenly felt that someone pushed the blanket, and I quickly I woke up. What happened? And my blanket was on the floor, but I didn't care. I was confused. So I continued sleeping until the next day, while I was cooking, the stereo suddenly turned on. So I was very frightened. Now, when I'm studying, I put on music, and if I don't have a lot of homework, I sleep early.
That's a very spooky story. I don't know.
That's so creepy, bro.
Yes, it's very creepy.
I am not that excited about Emmanuel's stories because I know it's false because Emmanuel doesn't study.
You are lying. Why you don't believe that I study a lot?
I don't believe it.
Well, that was all for our all test. I hope you enjoyed watching this stuff and
Yes,
listening our
I'm going
stories.
to go.
Bye, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for
Bye. See
watching.
you.
Bye.